welcome to Zee Commodity Capsule. Precious metals are rising brighter, shiner, and there is record high breaking spree which we have seen in both the precious metals. Let's start with the yellow metal gold prices, which are holding near record high levels above $4,600 an ounce, as softer than expected US inflation readings cemented the US interest rate cuts bet. Worries of Fed independence and regarding trust in US assets have added to the safe haven demand for the yellow metal. In fact, market expects 25 basis point rate cuts each this year. Same are the fundamentals for silver, which happens to play the role of a precious metal along with an industrial metal. We have seen that the rising fiscal debt and the concerns regarding the independence of US Federal Reserve rate cut is pushing silver prices ahead above $91 an ounce, which happens to be its new life high. Same is the case with the MCX gold and silver. In the domestic market, we have seen prices reflecting the strength in the international benchmarks, wherein MCX gold has surged past 1,43,000 rupees for 10 grams of gold, while silver prices are hurtling closer to 2,90,000 mark for 1 kg of silver on MCX. Oil prices slipped after 4 days of increases on Wednesday, but they happen to be hovering near their recent 2.5 month highs. As Venezuela resumed exports and US crude and product inventories have risen, we saw some cap coming over the level, although the fears of Iranian supply disruptions due to deadly civil unrest loomed over the market. Brent crude prices, as I mentioned, are trading in red, but it's hovering near $65 mark, while US WTI crude has only edged slightly below the $61 mark. We saw crude stocks in US rising by nearly 52 lakh barrels in the week ended January 9th, according to their industrial report. Now, their US Energy Department, that's the government report, is yet to be released, and that's where the real signal or clarity regarding the American inventories will come from. Along with this, mounting protests in Iran have increased the fears of supply disruption from the fourth largest OPEC producer. US President Donald Trump on Tuesday urged the Iranians to keep protesting and said help was on the way. Meanwhile, Citi has raised the outlook for Brent crude over the next 3 months to $70 a barrel. Copper prices have risen to new life high above $13,400 a ton mark this morning on Wednesday, while tin hit a record high driven by speculative buying spree amid the growing geopolitical uncertainty. Although we are seeing that stronger dollar hovering near 99 mark is in some way limiting the gains in these base metals. Tin prices, as I mentioned, have hit record highs both on Shanghai and London bourses. And last but not the least, Malaysian palm oil prices are holding above 4,100 ringgit a ton on Wednesday, rebounding from previous session's weakness as strength in rival edible oils on Dalian and Chicago exchanges boosted the sentiment. Export prospects improved ahead of the Lunar New Year and the start of Ramadan in the month of February.